No, I don't think it's stuck. We can lift up and get out of here pretty easy, but that's, this is not my fault. We don't have, like I said earlier in the video, if you remember, this is our one and only tractor. Almost. All right, you guys. Well, welcome back. It's been a little bit, but we are back at it. So we'll just do a quick little update on everything. So we got through our summer grains harvest, and then it kind of slowed down a little bit beginning of September. And I mean, we did put in a few cover crops like the one right over here. Now we are back at it, back in the field. Got the T6 right here, and on the back of the T6 right here we have a ripper or subsoiler, whatever you guys want to call it. So this thing's a 5-point ripper right here. This tractor definitely on our farm could really use duals to pull this thing, because it does kind of bury the tires into the dirt when you're going uphill. So the thing I got in my hand right here is a soil penetrometer, and basically what we're using this for is to see how much compaction we have in our soil. Thank you. Like you and me, if we can't breathe, then we don't survive. Same thing goes with the soil. If the soil can't breathe, then it cannot survive. So how we use this penetrometer, I'll just show you real quick. So you guys right there, not sure if you can see too well, but we're gonna go with it. All right, on this thing right here, got a gauge, and for the small tip, we have the small tip on right now for our type of soil. If you're in sandy soil, you could use a larger tip right here. The small tip, you read the inside of this, just reads PSI. If your soil is 150 PSI and under, then you're doing good. But if your soil is anything over that, that means you have compaction and your soil can't breathe, the microbes can't breathe, and so you're not gonna have much life in your soil for growing food crops. So let's just push it in the ground right here and see what we got. All right, we're at like 100 PSI. Now we're at 200 PSI, probably, what is that, like 7-8 inches down. So obviously we have like a compaction layer, maybe a plow pan at that depth. And that's the reason we have the ripper on the back of the tractor here, is to rip up and bust up that plow pan or compaction layer. That's what we're gonna do today. Now the areas we're gonna be ripping, it's really not that much because I've already done a lot of the farm, are just the areas outside of these two pivots in this piece of land. You can only see one pivot, obviously. The other one is over the hill right there. If you look right there, there it is. Just kidding, you can't see it from here. But I ripped these fields. We'll just go out here real quick. And then we planted these to a cover crop of barley and Austrian winter peas. Yeah, right here. Here's Austrian winter pea, obviously some barley. And then there is some volunteer oats out in this field because that's what we had growing in this field this summer. This is gonna be our nutrients for next year's crop. This field is probably gonna either go to sorghum or buckwheat. That's the plan with this field. I am a little bit concerned actually because we might have planted this field a little too early, and this barley out here is, in some areas like down in the draws, it's like a foot tall already, and I'm not sure if that is going to be able to make it through the winter. It might get winter killed because it's so far along. I know the peas out there, most likely those are going to be just fine. They're like I said, an Austrian winter pea, and they're very winter hardy. We're gonna keep ripping and just go from there. Careful, don't stab my gut with this point. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, let's go forward. Let the clutch out slowly. Give her full throttle and rip. Look at that thing. All right, we don't have very long passes right now because we're almost done with this piece of the field. So that was quick. Now, for those of you that are new to the channel or just kind of forgot because it's been so long, this is our tractor here on the farm, our one and only tractor. We farm about 350 acres. It's a New Holland T6 175, 175 horse. We did put a 10% horsepower tune on it, so that puts it at around 350 horsepower.
Okay, bud, let's take about 20% off her over there, eh?
We bought this thing new with like 32 hours on it. It was a demo tractor back in 2016. And we've got a little over 5,000 hours on it. Thing doesn't burn any oil at all. It's a pretty nice machine for what it is. So let's just okay, fire it up again, once again. All right, come on, old girl, don't fail me. You could do it. I heard the AC clutch, that's the most important thing to turn on. Oh, look at that. Listen to that Italian tractor just fire right up. How many hours are on this thing actually? It's got 5,414 hours. Exactly. Good deal. Let me open that. Okay, here. We'll just, as an example, we should just do this just for the fun of it, I guess. All right, we got the penetrometer. Let's go out right here where we ripped and have a look at the compaction now that we ripped it. All right, we're sitting at 200 PSI. Wow. All right, 200 PSI, but we're down like probably 14 inches. Have a look at it. Yeah, we're doing good. Oh, just dropped in all the way almost. I wonder if we might have hit a gopher hole or something right there, or maybe that soil is just super good or something. Let's go right here. Oh yeah, look at that. Going down nicely. All right, we're at, 200 PSI again at, dang, like, I don't know, probably 18 inches. So that just confirms that the ripper is doing the job that we need it to do, and that we're not out here just burning fuel and whatnot, right? I wonder if you could actually stab the tire and pop it with this thing. Maybe let me know if we should test that out at some point. Okay, but not right now. Obviously we need the tractor at least for the rest of the day. You can see behind me we got the got this triangle piece done. Just doing the headland right here. We're gonna go up over the hill there, drop in on the back side, and we got 2 more pieces of land to do, which is probably only like maybe 10 acres. Yeah, probably 10 acres combined. So If we can't rip 10 acres in the next 8 hours, then something is wrong with me or the tractor or the ripper. All right. Here we are on the second to last piece of land we're going to be ripping. Let's go ahead and set her down right here. Yeah, look at that. What a feature. Look at that 3-point go up and down. Get a load of that. What other tractor do you know can do that? If you know one that can do this feature up and down on the 3-point, let me know in the comments. Okay, so the thing about this field, this little weird section, this 5-acre piece, this little like, alright, you get the point. This piece of ground right here, we gotta pay a lot of attention to when we're running the ripper through it, because we got a couple obstacles in the ground that we really do not want to hit. The first one being an existing main line that we still use today. I thought it was plugged up, but it's not. It's an old main line. It's transite, nasty stuff to fix if you break it, run into it, rip it. And that main line is not that deep in the ground. I almost thought we hit it right there, because this is kind of the area where it would be running east and west. So when we get close to that area, I lift the ripper up out of the ground a little bit, just to be safe that we don't hit it. The next thing that's out here is we have, obviously there's a pivot over here. Power comes from a power pole out there, and there's buried 480 3-phase power all the way out to this pivot. And we're ripping right across that power. It should be plenty deep enough that the ripper's not going to hit it. Just in case, when we come across that area, it is kind of next to that old main line. I'm going to lift up the ripper in that area, you know, not go as deep, just to be safe that we don't hit the 480 3-phase, because I don't know if that would do me any good at all. And then the last thing we have to look out for is there's actually another main line running north and south. That one also is an older main line, but that one is deeper than the first one I mentioned. Don't think we're gonna hit it, but when we get to that area, I'm just gonna again lift the ripper up, because I don't want any sort of troubles. So we cannot forget that. Let me know in the comments actually what's the worst thing you have run into in the ground when you were farming. Let me know. I really want to know. The shanks in the ground, they're probably going up 20 inches maybe. Now where this is good, we're just ripping through this field, if no pun intended. All right, now we're bogging. Had to lift up real quick because we cannot pull this hill. It's got this hill, if you look, if you can see, I'm not going to move the camera because I got to do all sorts of, I got to operate this machine, this deadly 1,000 horse machine. This hillside has thistles on it, and if you didn't know, thistles are a sign that you probably have some compaction problems. And that would make sense, because going up this hillside and even down, I can tell that the tractor is working a little bit harder. So, you know, that would make sense that if you have thistles, if you got a thistle patch, an area where there's more thistles than normal, you probably got some compaction problems there. Hopefully you guys can hear me over this 2,000 horsepower fire breathing dragon twin turbine. Okay, we got a little problem. That's water. That's literally straight up water right here. Look at that. What is even happening right here? Getting the thing buried. Get a load of these shanks first. Look at that. That's probably 6 feet in the ground. No, not quite, but okay. All right, I think I may have hit the main line, because that's a lot of water. No, I'm just kidding. I think I know what this is. There's up on top of the hill, the main line does have a small break in it, or it was a small break. And earlier this morning, I saw that it was getting worse. But that's up on top of the hill. It's dry down to here, where water's coming out of the ground right here. It's like it's found a gopher hole tunnel network all the way from up on top of the hill, coming up right here. And now I'm stuck. No, I don't think it's stuck. We can lift up and get out of here pretty easy, but that's this is not my fault.
I can't help but feel partially responsible. I am dead inside.
Okay, little update on the little mud situation. The 3-point is raised all the way up, and that shank is completely buried in the ground. Look at how much water is coming out. Okay, now onto the tractor. The tractor's we don't have, like I said earlier in the video, if you remember, this is our one and only tractor, so I guess we're gonna wait here until the ground dries out next spring, and hopefully we can then crawl out of here. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna have to get another tractor or something out here, because that's buried a little bit. I got the diff lock on, 4-wheel drive, and it's not doing a thing, so let's get some help. All right, we got the neighbor's Challenger, cat, whatever you want to call it. Got the mower on the back for, well, we don't really need the mower, but hopefully this is going to be enough traction to be able to get out of here. I think it will. I've actually never driven one of these before. They're kind of cool. Maybe we should buy one for more traction when we're ripping. There she is. All right, we gotta stay away from the mud.
Let's all start clapping.
Okay, well, look at that. We got her out. That Challenger definitely just pulled it right out. No problem. Didn't even spin out. Look at this mess. Completely mud up into the steps. Broke off the main hydraulic filter cartridge holder. No, it actually didn't do that, but it definitely ripped on it there a little bit. Mud up there. Yeah, all right, this is what we were dealing with. Look at the amount of water coming out of here. We definitely need to get this main line fixed. That's just a lot of water. Look, it's just straight up underground. The main line is up top there, finding its way underground to right here. What a deal. So we are going to, I think, kind of just stay away from a lot of this hillside right here. We might not even, yeah, I don't know. We're just going to be real careful. ripping this bottom part right here. Okay, open this. Oh yeah, okay. Climb in. There, you got it. Okay, there's the key pedal. Okay, turn it on. Let's see, here we go. Come on, girl. There we go. Oh, yeah, AC clutch. Good. Oh, yeah, perfect.